an email, and it was like, it was very short. It was just like, hey, like, Panic at the Disco was looking for a bass player. Like, do you want, are you interested? And I was just like, I didn't react super big because I was just like, I know better than to get excited about anything, because things come and fall through so many, or you just don't get
and
picked.
who knows how many people like
are up for it. Yeah,
is what you assume. I don't actually know, but
I assume. Well, they have the world to pick through. Like, it's, So I was just like, yeah, sure, and then I got like, I think they responded pretty quickly, and I got on the phone and just kind of, who was I talking to? I don't even remember who I talked to on the, God, just terrible, my memory. So we're talking, and he's just like, yeah, so, we got your name from my Fender representative. Yeah. So he apparently was like having lunch with some people in Panic, and like was like, oh, I know this girl. You guys should check her out on Instagram.
It's funny because I heard all this from obviously the other side, and it's so funny now to hear like where you were and everything.
Yeah, like, oh my God, it was so weird. And I was just like on the phone, like, I mean, yeah, sure, like, cool, like, this sounds good. And I remember specifically this one question. He goes, are you a fan? And I was like, very quickly, my wheels started turning. I'm like, what kind of answer does he want?
Yeah.
Okay, like, yes, but let me tell you, like, all the details. I'm like, like, obviously when I was young, like, Panic at the Disco, like, of course, it was like my childhood.
Be serious. Yeah,
but I'm like, don't think. You know what I mean? It's so funny. I don't know why that like triggered me, but I was just like, I know how people get very sensitive about who they bring into their world. So I was like, I swear I'm, it's gonna be chill.
And it's like, once you're in a band, it's a lot of access. So like, if it is gonna be weird, it's gonna be really weird.
Yeah. So, anyway, so we did the call. It sounded like everything was cool. And then I remember getting linked up with Zach. Via email, and like we planned this meetup thing, and I was like, cool, like what songs, because in my mind, like, of what happens is like, it's an audition, right? So Zach and I are communicating, and he's like, I remember him asking me like, do you like to smoke or drink, or like what's your thing? And I was like, yeah, I like whiskey,
beer.
Whiskey, beer. And he was like, oh, cool, like his reaction was like, perfect,
this is gonna work.
So I was like, like, I didn't know what that, I'm like, what is this thing I'm going to, right? Gives me the direct house address to Brendan's house.
Just come on down.
Like, all right. Like,
you're like, what songs do you want me to prepare?
That's what I said. Yeah, I was like, what songs do I learn? And he was like, I don't know, like, let me I'll ask. Like, it was just very casual, like, nothing. And they sent me a couple songs. And then, I learned them. Went in, they didn't say anything about singing harmonies. I just went in, and I was like, had my bass in the car, and I was like, do I need my bass? Like, as I'm getting out of the car, I just remember the first moment I saw Zach, and I was like, like, oh my God, because like, first time you ever see Zach, he's terrifying. You know what I mean? Especially if he's like working, because he's got that like Zach look on his face,
security zone.
But he came out and he was like smiling and like, and I hugged him, and like, he made it so easy. Like, I just remember immediately being like, oh, like, this is cool. And I'm like, do I need my bass? He's like, probably not, but like, whatever, just leave it in the car. So I go inside.
You're like, cool, what an audition. Okay.
I'm like, what the hell? I go in, it's like noon, right? It's early in the day. And they're like, what do you want to drink? And I'm like, oh my God, I love this. Like, I'm at home right now. I'm like, cool, whiskey. Like, we started, or no, beer. I think we just started drinking beer. And I was there for like, I think it was like 6 hours. Like, the sun started to go down.
Because my friend Jordan was in town, and I remember being like, am I going to get to meet her? But it was like, obviously my friend was with me, so it was like, are both of us going to come over to Brendan's when they're like auditioning? But I also didn't really know what that looked like. And he's like, at first was just like, no, like, we're going to like let the band like see how the hang is, and like if everyone gets along. And very quickly I remember him texting me like, yeah, this is chill, you guys can come over anytime.
Cool. Because I remember very quickly realizing like, we're just getting to know each other. Like, that's all this is. So we just talked, and I was nervous. It's scary walking into like a house you've never been to, people you don't know, that they're trying to get a read on you. So I was like, fuck it, like, we just started drinking and hanging, and we eventually played through the tunes, but I remember, meeting Sarah for the first time. That was really, like, she walked in and I was just like, like, you know, like, oh my God, hi. Yeah. And she was the sweetest person ever. And she walked out and I looked at Brendan and I was like, your wife's really cool. And he was like, he just started laughing and he was like, yeah, she's all right. He's like, I know, like, yeah. Duh. So, yeah, then you guys came over and that was like,
it was afternoon.
I didn't really realize, like, I guess I didn't know Zach, like, really of Zach.
Yeah.
So, like, when you came over, I knew, like, of Sarah, but, like, I didn't really know you that well.
I was not married yet.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It was fresh at that point,
it was,
right?
It was pretty fresh, and, I mean, like, as much as Zach has made, like, a name for himself as the role he plays in Panic, and, like, now has, like, people who, like, love to follow him and, like, know what he's up to and, like, meet him.